Lourdes Juan, who created Leftovers YYC. You're also an entrepreneur. You own several spas.
Yes, I own Soma Spa, and I have a development consulting company as well. I'm an urban planner, so it kind of goes along this. I could probably talk forever about the pedestrian and road and bike traffic stuff.
But you've got a successful business. Why not stop there?
I like to be busy, I suppose. Leftovers is an initiative that sort of started, I guess, 2 years ago. And I was picking up from one Cobb's Bread location, and they have a business mandate to donate their food after. So they look for different charity organizations that can pick up the food and consume it. So I had a Thursday night pickup, and I think I picked up about 100 and 150 pounds or something like that worth of food one night. Yeah, they just had a slow day, and they have to, or else it goes in the garbage. And so I picked it up, threw it in the pickup truck, and drove it down to the drop-in. And sort of cheekily said, you know, this is going to last you a couple weeks. You're welcome. And they said, oh, honey, this is going to be gone by tomorrow morning.
No kidding.
So there is a need for it. And then from there, it just inspired me to just keep giving and find more vendors and go after it. And the movement's really taken off.
And so where are your other vendors coming from? I looked a little bit on your Facebook page. It looks like you have Starbucks on board as well as Cobb's.
Yes.
What are some of the other locations in the city?
So I like to go after local vendors. I'm a Calgarian-ish, was sort of moved here when I was 2 months old. So, and I'm a local business owner, so I like to go after all the local vendors. So we have Sunnyside Market, Sidewalk Citizen is also a partner. We just picked up Lazy Loaf and Kettle. So it's just sort of places like that they want to be conscious about what they're doing with their leftovers after. And it's really tough to bake all the bread or make the pastries and then have to dump it in the garbage the next day when we know that there's a need for it.
When you go to these like the drop-in center, for example, and maybe the mustard seed. I don't know whether other locations you go to, but when you go there, is there also a little bit of pushback saying, well, I don't know if we can accept this?
Yes. So right now we can only deliver sort of produce and pastries, bread. We can't bring anything that was heated. So we haven't been able to chase after the restaurants yet, which would be great because if you think of how much food is, after a buffet or something like that, if that can be, transported by Alberta health standards, that would be great, but we're not quite there yet.
What do you need to get there? Is there laws in place preventing that, or is it rules put in by the charities, the companies?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of health concerns around it. So it has to be temperate. So we need to, transport these things in a temperate vehicle, refrigerated vehicle, something probably that Spud has or something like that. Yeah. And we're volunteer-based, so we have 60 volunteers, and we're completely nonprofit, so there's no transactions. So we're definitely always looking for sponsors and what we can do to raise money for it.
Isn't this something that maybe Kevin could get more involved with? And here where I'm going with this. So a restaurant has to throw out food, or is throwing out food. Why can't it be compost?
It is, and that's what HOP is doing. So we've partnered with the top 40 restaurants, cafes, and grocers in the city. So a lot of local favorites like the Nash, River Cafe, Una, and Ox and Angela. And we can collect all of their food waste and turn it into our organic compost. So the unique thing about HOP is that we can compost meat, fish, dairy, and bones in addition to conventional compost. So these locations can hit zero waste for the first time.
It's kind of interesting because you're able to take the food and then you're able to compost it. So in our city, there really shouldn't be too many excuses, I should say. I don't know if that's really the right word.
Why, there are more people on board with this?
Yeah, but there's a lot of resources you guys are proving to deal with extra waste from restaurants.
And if you look at it from a business perspective, it's actually reducing the haulage fees, so lower costs for the business, and also improving the social aspect of the business by donating that food that would otherwise go to garbage. So that is true sustainability.
Why do you have the kickback? Or why are people pushing back a little bit and saying, no, thanks anyway, but no thanks? Because I'm sure you get a bit of that as well.
We do.
Resistance.
We do. I know a lot of people think that we're trying to sell something. So we do get a lot of pushback at the very beginning, and so they say, well, how much is your fee? And then I say, well, we're completely volunteer based, and then they have to.
That's not possible. How could
exactly.
you be?
What's the catch here? There has to be some type of caveat. So we do have pushback in that regard for sure.
But you're making inroads. You're making strides
We
forward.
are. We are.
You're
yeah,
making a
we've been really
difference,
fortunate.
Lourdes.
Yes.
How's
thank
that
you.
feel?
Feels good.
Bet it feels great. Good for you for doing such a
Thank you.
great thing. Lourdes Juan is, am I saying it Juan?
You got it.
Creator of Leftovers YYC, and you're accepting volunteers all the time, I'm sure?
All the time, yeah, and more vendors as well.
Great to have you here this morning.
Thank you.